Let's talk. Let's talk. Let's get right into it. Why am I playing with y'all? I loved you when I didn't love my. Let's talk. Let's talk, sweetie. What's big, sweetie? What's big, sweetie? Yeah, let's talk, guys. So basically, we're back, and we're back to actually talk about my nigga. No, I'm just not. He ain't my nigga. But let me turn this way, cause last time I didn't even realize y'all could hear the darn on thing. Let's get right into it. Why am I playing with y'all? His dad caught us having sex in his front yard. Now, this is not the way it sounds, y'all. Because what it sounded like was we was butt booty naked on the porch out having sex. And that's not how it went. Period. Okay? That's really not how it went. It was more so like this, you guys. So, we always normally have sex after the club. I don't know, like, that's because he works in the nighttime, I work in the nighttime, we're normally sleep during the day. But the difference between me and him, my body has, well, he's a lot older than me. My body has the ability to still wake up in a timely manner, even from being out all night. Like, I can go to sleep at 5. Like, the other day, I went to sleep at 5 after the club, and I woke up at, like, I think either 9 o'clock. I only had like 4 or 5 hours of sleep, and I felt good the whole rest of the day. Like him, no. He gets in the house at 4 or 5 o'clock. You're not hearing from him to like 2, 3, maybe even 5. Like, he can't handle it. So normally the best time to see each other is right when we get out of the club or before we go to the club, because he's woke, I'm woke, we're getting dressed, stuff like that. So it was one of those nights where we decided to have sex after the club. It's not like a little written thing, like we're like, okay, tonight we're gonna have sex at the club. It's not like that. It's just sometimes when we see each other, or sometimes when we haven't seen each other, or it just kind of like happens, you feel me? Like, I be on stage, I get down and I go over, like, you know, I'm trying to find a customer, I'm chilling out, he'll come swing by me, he be like, ooh, I just want to eat that, and I be like, oh my god, here we go, you feel me? Here we go with the shits. And so that's just what it was that night. It was one of those occasions. And so I drove my own car to work that night. And so what happened was, he texted me while I was at the club, and he said some freaky stuff, something freaky. I know it was something freaky. And he was like, I'm gonna call you call me when you get home. So of course, you know, like I did, I called him when I got home. And when I got home, I was like, hey, I'm home, about to take a shower, whatever. He was like, okay, I'm gonna call you when I leave the club, because he was gonna swing by to come see me. So he called me, and luckily I was woke, came back out the house to come, you know, get in the whip. And we was sitting there talking. He was like, I'm finna take you to the spot. Now the spot is the radio station. Okay, so this is one of the spots we used to have sex at, right? We didn't really have sex there often. I think it was like one time, because I didn't like it. I felt like we was gonna get busted and stuff. But he was always trying to reassure me, like, it's a safe space, all that. But I just am scary, you know. So boom, I was like, he was like, I'm kind of tired and I don't want to drive way over to the radio station. And he was like, well, the only other place is my dad, and he doesn't stay that far away from you. So we was like, all right, okay, let's go. So we get in the car, right? We're already in the car, actually. I'm just like nervous telling this story, y'all. So we're so we get to his dad's house. He turns the lights off, whatever, and he like, come on this side, whatever. So I get on, you know, I straddle the fence. I get over there, girl. And I'm telling y'all, like, the type of girl I am, niggas who interested, who watch my story times, like, damn, she a cutie, like, I'm kind of feeling her. Listen, if you become my mans, this it's hard to keep up with, sweetie. He didn't have the car off. He just had his lights off. So we're sitting parked in he's parked. The only way for me to like really tell you how it is and is in order for me to snitch on myself, and I'm never no rat. So I'm just trying to do this the best I can. Basically, his dad had two parts of his house. So he parked the car in the direction that he know that his dad wasn't gonna like be at, like sleeping on. So we were parked towards that side of the house. So when he pulled in, the lights didn't hit the windows or nothing. So anyways, but let me tell you how dad still found out. So we in there, he tearing this thing up, eating this thing. Y'all already done told y'all he really does please me. So I don't even gotta go back into details how, you know, it was good, because at this point y'all should know, baby, he don't play with me. So you know, I done got on the face, and we doing all these things and all these things and all these things, and girl, he tearing this thing up, the car rocking, baby. This is a sound. Aaliyah, no, here we go. Aaliyah was dead right when she was saying rock the boat, baby, because let me drive the boat, because I'm telling you, we was really shaking that little 4-seat. Yeah, I mean that little 5-seater, baby. So anyways, fast forward, you know, I'm getting besides the point. Anyways, so here we go. When we get done, you know, we do our little hugs and our little kisses. He, you know, take me back to the crib. I get back in the crib, take another shower, and go sleep. Now, we thought we was in the clear, right? Tell me why 2 days later I go back to the club. Because we don't talk every single day. Like, we I don't know, it's weird. Like, we used to talk all the time, but we don't really talk all the time no more. Like, or even then, like I told you guys, after the hotel thing, it was a lot of friction between us. Sometimes we still would deal with each other, but it was like a little bit of a strain on the relationship. And this part of this part of the story happened semi after the hotel incident. So we wasn't talking all the time like we used to, because we was like, it was like we was mad at each other, but we had forgave each other. It was a weird position we was in. So anyways, girl, let me get a dash of water, because my throat dry. Don't judge the way I just drunk that. And so anyways, fast forward, I get into the club. He like, my dad knows. I'm like, what do you mean your dad knows? He's like, well, he already knew about you. I've been told him about you, but my dad knows. Like, he knows that we was having sex in his yard the other day. Now, his dad is like much older, because he's old himself. He's like, yeah, he knows. And I was like, well, how does he know? Now I'm in the corner with him like, well, how does he know? Like, what did you tell him? Like, I'm over here like freaking out, because I'm like, oh my God, I don't want nobody thinking. Like, I'm not purposely trying to disrespect nobody home. You feel me? But at the same time, like, Pops, what happened? So he's like, he said, why was you, this is what he said at first to him. He was like, why were you parked in front of my house for so long? He was like, you burnt my grass. The exhaust pipe in I don't know everything about a car, but you know, the heat and stuff from under the car we was standing there so long. He said the grass was starting to change colors in the one spot your car was at. So he was like, he could tell that you had to be parked there longer than 30 minutes. So he was like, yeah, I was parked over there. He was like, what you was doing? He was like, you was with that girl that you told me about, right? And then he was like, yeah, he told him, yeah. So he's like, oh Lord, you in my backyard. Like, and Pops was cool about it. I've even seen Pops knows my face and stuff. He didn't really trip off of that. That was that, right? You feel me? That was that. Girl, so before we had ever went to Pop's house, we was doing it in the studio. Now, I'm only telling y'all this because this will be like, these are the most significant places. I wouldn't tell y'all the most significant places we were finding ways to have sex. Like, when I'm telling y'all, I'm not saying this to sound desperate. I'm saying this just to give y'all context later on when the plot thickens. Because the plot is going to thicken. Go ahead, sweetie. The plot is about to thicken in these next few story times. When I say y'all might like him now, but by the time I get done with this series, y'all may not like him. Y'all may not. Some of y'all might even want his social media so y'all can kill him. Not really, but you know, so y'all can hit him up like, why you play my girl? You know, because it ain't all sweet, baby. It's not all of it wasn't positive. That's why I said we stopped fooling with each other, and it was a valid reason. So here we go. Significant place number 2, well 3, because you know we used to have sex in the club. We had sex at Pop's front yard, and we also had sex at the radio station. When I say the radio station, I don't mean Hot 95 on the beat, the Steve Harvey Morning Show. I mean, it was a radio station, but we were used to go after hours, and this radio station was then now closed. So therefore, you guys, I'm driving everywhere because I'm still not done with the story, and I have some people waiting on me at the house, so I don't want to have to not be able to finish the story. So I'm gonna park real quick so I can tell y'all the story. Y'all watch my back to make sure nobody try to get in my car and kill me, okay? It's still locked the door. So let me back up so I can get into. I ain't really been able to like get into y'all real quick, so y'all can kind of see my hair. I don't like the way this one goes. I think it should have been like more like this because it kind of looks funny. But I think I still look cute. I don't know, shoot. But yeah, so boom. We used to have sex at this radio station. It was an abandoned radio station. It's old. It's gone. But he knows about it because there's apartments that are like in proximity to it. So when he told me like, oh, we can go to my spot. When he took me to the spot, right, y'all. Oh my God. This is not the first time. I'm gonna be a liar if I said this is the first time I had sex outside, right? But it's like the first time I've done that much sex outside. Like, so we get down. It's like a little slub. You gotta go around slub down. It's like in a cut for real, y'all. Like, it's weird. So we get there and he like get out the car. Girl, we on the hood of the car. After it cooled off. Don't get me wrong, cause baby, my back would have been burning. We on the hood of the car, girl. We in the passenger seat of the car. We in the back seat of the car. We on the trunk of the car. We is everywhere, baby. He is picking me up. We is everywhere. Like, this is before this what I'm telling y'all now was before we got the hotel. So the chemistry with us was like banging, baby. So he's tearing that thing up. Like, I even think we did 2 rounds. I don't know. It was late. When I was dealing with him like heavy on the sleeves, I used to get in the house, even after the club, I used to get in the house 6, 7 a.m. in the morning. Like, if he came to see me after work, I used to get in the house real late. And that's not to brag. It's just like to give y'all context, like how long, even when we didn't have sex, sometimes I still would come in the house like 6, 7 in the morning from us sitting in the car talking, venting, like, just doing hanging out stuff. Like, like the memes where people like food in the car and just a conversation is the best type of date. Like, that's what we used to do all the time after the club. Like, we can't go nowhere, so why not just sit here and talk and stuff? So, girl, the radio station, so we did all that good stuff, right? And afterwards, we were riding back. I told you it's like up the hill, right? We was riding back around one of the curves, and in the second curve, his car slipped into a rock hole. Like a pothole, but it's like full of rocks. And we couldn't get the car out. And so I'm over here like, oh my God, we finna have to call a tow truck person to try to get the car out. Like, this is gonna be embarrassing. This is gonna be crazy. Like, oh my God, what if I have to call somebody to come get me? Like, oh, what am I gonna tell them? After like 5, 6 minutes of him like, let me see if I can make the noise in my car. Try to do that to get the car out and all that. We finally got out of the hole, right? Ooh. I told him, don't you ever take me back to this place, because for 5 whole minutes, I thought we were completely screwed. I thought we were stuck. You feel me? So, that happened, right? So, these were our sexy pains where we used to really like, when we first were dealing with each other, I told him I wasn't going to have sex with him. So, I went like a month without having sex with him. After we started having sex, we were having sex all the time, every week. Every week. Like, if the sun was black, if the sun was black, if the sun was out, if we had just, I don't know, like, I can't even say if the sun was out, because most of the time the sun was not out. If we were breathing, we were probably having sex. You feel me? But it wasn't the whole context of the relationship. Because like I said, some days we would actually just sit in the car and just vibe. Like, after work, we would just vibe. Even at work, we would just vibe. Like, there was moments where we can still actually just be around each other. No sexual shit. So, that I do appreciate about our relationship, that I waited. Because, baby, like, I don't know. But other than that, that was the context of something that was important to let you guys know. Like, he had me in every way he was supposed to. Like, basically I was his girlfriend, but I wasn't his girlfriend. Like, because, well, one, we talked about it, but I had told him, like, I don't think it's a good idea, because with you, I feel like I get my feelings really involved, because I already care about you. And then to put a title on it with expectations now, and knowing, like, we don't even talk all the time, I couldn't do that. And then I know I'm going to go back to Miami, so it's like, I'm not going to torture myself like this. So fast forward, you guys. And the next time when I come back, I want to start talking to, because it's been really positive. You know, I want to get all the positive out first. I want y'all to understand there's a lot of positive in this man, but there's also a lot of negative. So when I come back to y'all, I'm going to tell y'all, this is where it gets crazy. I want to tell y'all how I found out I have been sleeping with y'all fill in the blank, because I ain't even finna tell y'all. On God, I've been sleeping with any of y'all. Comment below with y'all. Whoever get it right, I might shout y'all out on my Instagram. I don't know. Let me know.